It is interesting for a European like me to hear that the word Biafra has gained international attention again. But why are we talking about Biafra after such a long time? I mean, which are the main events that led to this situation?
Yes, you're right. The Biafra was started in 1966 and ended 1970. And it was during the war, a lot of atrocities were committed by the Nigerian government, supported by Britain and all the Arab countries. They supported Nigeria as an Islamic country, and Biafra, being a Christian country, well, a vote. The Bible was brought to us by the British, and of course, you know, Italian. Rome is the head of Catholicism, including Ireland. Though we received some help from Rome, we received little help from Ireland, and we also had some support from some three African countries like Ivory Coast, and we were also supported by Gabon. Yeah, Gabon is a French territory. Yeah. What is this country that later had tsunami in their country? Haiti, that's correct. We also supported by Haiti. We also had little help from Sweden.
Yes.
But majority of the problems we had came from Britain, which of course they engineered Soviet Union to supply all the military wares to Nigeria against Biafra. And this war was more or less a genocide because the bombings were going into churches, killing men, women, going to schools, going to market areas. They're not targeting military, they're just killing civilians. So we lost nearly 6 million people, men and women, and then starvation. Britain blockade all our seaports so that we don't receive reliefs. People like Norway, they were trying to supply us with health products, but Britain blocked their waterways. We couldn't receive such medications. Food was not coming to us, so they used both military and starvation against Biafra. So it was a serious genocide committed. Yes, we said after nearly 50 years, like I said precisely 45 years, we are still talking about Biafra. It's because what happened after the Nigerian Biafra war has not been addressed. It has not been addressed. After the war, the one who was the Nigerian head of state promised reintegration, reintegration, restoration, and reconstruction. I hope you're recording.
Yeah,
reconstruction, restoration, and in 3 hours he promised. But none of all these three things ever existed. They took money from the war, after the war, to refurbish their own countries. The war did not happen in the north. The war did not take place in the southwest, which is the Yoruba land. The war took place almost in Biafra land. The whole of East Central region. That's where all the bombings were coming. There was no reconstruction in our place. There was no restoration in our place. All these things were just hogwash. As we talk, Jack, we have about 5-6 seaports. None of them are working. We have 5 to 6 seaports. None of them are working. We don't have any international airport, but we have about 6 international airports in the north. We don't have any industry in Biafra land. Our roads are dilapidated. None is functioning. It's a death trap. Every year we lose our people because of transportation system. The roads are not good. There's no industry in our place. Our families, when they finish education, they are transported to the north to go and do their youth corps. So, after university, there's no job for our men, no job for our women. Majority of our women, what they do is prostitution. Our men, what they do is to do cabin, motor riding, cycling. That's all they do to make money. So nothing is actually working in Biafra land. Because I'm trying to tell you the reason why Biafra came up again after nearly 45 years.
How did you organize during these last 5 years? I mean, before, during the 70s, 80s, 90s, international community didn't hear much about Biafra, but today the world is hearing the word Biafra again. What happened? How did you organize again after such a long time? This was the main question.
Yes. The reason why that is, Jack, is because from the 70s to the 80s, even 90s, some people were trying to bring about the hope of Biafra, but the Nigerian government will not let anybody talk about Biafra. Anybody that rises again to talk about Biafra, they will arrest them. Even up to now, the reason why Biafra has ignited fire everywhere today is because of the media power, which was instituted by our director, who's been here, Nnamdi Kanu. He is the one who resurrected. He said the best way for us to talk about the victimization we are suffering is through media. From the media, the world will know. Because a guy called Wazurike came up. He was arrested and locked up. Wazurike tried to talk about Biafra. When they locked him up, they bribed him. He said, okay, we won't talk about Biafra anymore. Others have tried talking about it. The Zionists, they tried talking about Biafra. Some of them were arrested. Some of them were killed. So each time they talk about Biafra in Nigeria, they are arrested and killed. But this Biafra, the reason why we're hearing it now is because we are abroad. And it was started here in London. So because of the media, and that is why it went global and everybody's hearing it. It's not because we are the first to start it, it's because we started it abroad. Some people started it before us, back home, but the majority of them were killed and thrown into Izu River. Izu River is in Anambra, very close to River Niger, in Onitsha. So most of the people that started this earlier were killed, were challenged by the Nigerian government. The reason why our own went wild is because we did it abroad. We have about 99 countries of the world. IPOB are there representing us individually. So that is why we hear about Radio Biafra again.
So what is the current situation inside the Biafran galaxy? I mean, how many movements are there inside the Biafran community? I know you have different movements, not only IPOB. So how many, and what is the relationship between them?
We have so many. We have the Zionists, we have the BZM, we have Mazop, exactly. And then we have also IPOB, which is us. And then we have those that are called Pilie. Those ones are working via legal means, taking Nigerian government to court. But again, that one has never seen the daylight because they haven't given them the opportunity for any legal maneuver. The only one that has come into fruition is IPOB, which is the individual of Biafra. The one I represent is here, represents, and our sister here, Adelaine. What's your second name, by the way?
Amambo.
Huh?
Amambo.
Amambo. What we should have done is for all of them to say their name, so it will not be like I'm the only one here. It wouldn't be fair on them. They should have said their name so that they know that I was there, you see.
I heard that the Biafra, there is a movement, it's the Biafra independent movement. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the name correctly, but it's led by Uwatsuruike.
Yeah, that's
so
the Mazop.
I heard there is conflict between that movement and your movement. Is it true?
No.
No conflict?
There's no conflict, no, because you see, everybody's working towards the restoration of Biafra. The difference is this. They are doing it differently. Their own is that they want to do it in a way that we are not approaching it that way. We are approaching our own differently. Our own approach is that we have to talk to the government of the world. Their own is that they want to go and talk to the government of Nigeria. That's the difference.
but an article appeared, I think on Sahara Reporters, and Uwaturuike was criticizing Nnamdi Kanu, and he was saying that Nnamdi Kanu is killing Biafra. This appeared on an article. Of course, I haven't heard it myself, but I was quite confused. I think, isn't it that you have a conflict within the Biafra community?
No.
I mean,
no. It's just, I put it this way, Jack, there is an adage that said people were asked to go and see an elephant. So when they came back, they asked them, can you describe how the elephant is? Some people who touch the tail of the elephant say it's very bony. Those who touch the head say that it's very, very ionic. Those who touch the legs say it's very, very powerful. Everybody sees things differently. And of course, if you check the Bible, Peter, Paul, Simon, Mark, all of them, they made Jesus Christ, but they gave different accounts. But they're still talking about the Bible. So, was really can we say things the way he sees it? Because Nnamdi did not like his way. So, because our way is not their way, his own way is that he's talking to the Nigerian government and they are bribing him. But Nnamdi cannot be bribed because we took oath that no government will bribe either me, him, her or Nnamdi. But Wazirike, they give him money, and 2 months ago, Wazirike says he's no longer fighting for Biafra. Why? Because they have given him money. So we see him as somebody who has compromised. And in our slogan, we say either Biafra or death. And that is what we meant by we will not take no bribe. The reason why Nnamdi is still where he is today is because we wouldn't take bribe. He's talking about Biafra. Why? Because our people are dying. Men, women, no job opportunity. Do you know for you to go into a university, you have to answer Muhammad or you answer some kind of Islamic name. If you're a Biafra, you will not go to university. And even if you do, there's no job for you. Somebody who did not study will be given a job in the oil sector. And this oil is coming from our land. But they bring a Hausa man to come and man the oil field. But me, that have the oil, I don't have any qualification because I won't go to school because they will not take me to university. Now let me give you another idea. In Biafra land, you have to score about 350 aggregate marks for you to go to university. But in the north, all you need to score is 3. So even if I score 250 to go to university, they won't take me because I have to score 330. But in the north, all they need to score is 3. Just write your name, submit to go to university. But me that's got the brain, they won't take me. Can you see the marginalization? They kill us on a daily basis. They marginalize us. We don't have any job opportunity. We don't have education opportunity. There is a man called Dangote. This Dangote is the only man who does trade in milk, sugar, planting, cement. One man in the whole of Nigeria. Biafrans are not given the opportunity to do trading. Everything is centered in the north. So we are marginalized in such a way that we don't like it no more. Put it this way, Jack, and say, okay, after nearly how many years now? 45 going to 50 years after Nigerian Biafra war. Why are we still asking for Biafra? Because they are not being looked after. If Biafrans are looked after, or let's say, if everything is equal, if I am treated equally like the Northerners, why would I ask for Biafra? There won't be any need. But the reason why I'm asking for Biafra because there is marginalization, there is nepotism, there is marginalization in a wicked way that both education, both job opportunity is not there for Biafra. Even they closed all our industries. We used to have the Kalago cement industry. They closed it. Ceramic industry. They closed it. Every industry where we manufacture things closed. So these are people. Now Biafrans are big enough to form a nation. If Italians can do anything for Biafrans, come to us. We will give you whatever we have. We have the mineral resources.
Talking about forming a nation. So
yes.
First of all, talking about the territorial dimension of Biafra,
yes.
Which are exactly the boundaries of Biafra as it should be today. I mean, of course, Nigeria has an administrative division today which is different from it was back in the 60s because it has a larger number of states.
No, we still know who we are. We still know ourselves. Yeah, I can tell you.
Because of course, we Italians or in England, in Europe, we don't know exactly how Biafra should look like today. I mean, I have a map. It was just to know which of these states should be part of Biafra today.
The only state that is
I know
not
it's in the southeast.
anything in the east. Biafra
Bayelsa,
is Biafra.
Delta,
Biafra.
so Anambra is Biafra, and
Biafra. Biafra.
Ebonyi is Biafra,
Biafra.
Cross River.
Anything east is Biafra.
So is it like this one?
What you have there, yes, the way it has been drawn. And then the only way that it's not Biafra is Lagos.
Yeah.
From here, all these are southeast. They are all
Even Benue
Biafra.
and Kogi.
Benue, yes. Benue is everything southeast.
Did I miss one? This one?
What's the name?
Oh.
Yes, it is part of, because it's part of the Benue area. They're all Biafra.
Okay, yeah. But inside this territory, you know that, of course, apart from the Igbo majority, there are a large number of ethnic groups living here. But
Yes.
did you involve them in the struggle? I mean, what has been the reaction so far towards the
The
struggle?
majority of them are calling Radio Biafra, they support us, they contribute money for everything we're doing. They're joining us in the protest, all of them.
And what about, for example, you know, the Ogoni people?
Ogoni people, they are part of us because Ogoni, they speak Igbo. They are part of Igbo. Yes.
Because, of course, in Ogoni, not only in Ogoni, and in the whole Niger Delta,
The whole Niger Delta, they are all Biafra.
it's a
And
big problem.
they support us up to today.
I mean, there is a big problem, and there are serious issues relating to environmental damages caused
Yes,
by
because of all your pollution, that's
But
correct.
how would you intend to manage such a situation? Because, of course, if this is part of Biafra,
It is part of Biafra. If we have our nation,
how would you intend to manage?
we need the experts of those who support us together freedom. We will need Italians. Come and invest in our land. We will need even the British, although they cause our trouble, we still
Italians
need them.
are investing for Eni, the company, but Eni is causing a lot of trouble with Niger Delta for local people. I mean, Eni, like Shell, these companies, oil companies in the Niger Delta.
We will still need them. That one is
Yeah.
under
So
British rule.
would you intend to replace the Nigerian government and more specifically the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation in the joint venture agreement with oil companies?
Not really, but we will acquire even more new ones. Like as I say, the British, they destroyed us. We still want them to be there to support us. But people like Italians, we need your, you know, majority of our people are in Italy. You know that. Majority of, especially Igbo Biafra. She lived there for a long time and now she's resettled here. I have all my cousins, they all live in Italy, in Casagrande. In Sicily. We have huge amount of our people in Italy, so we need the Italians to come and invest in Biafra land. Bring your experts, we will welcome you. We will welcome the experts from people from Norway, people from Denmark, because all these people, they supported us during the Biafra war. They brought some aids to us. Even some of them, their pilots helped to get us. Italians, you supported us with food. What's the name of this? I've forgotten this company. The Caritas are part of Italian and Irish. So you people supported us, and we need you to come into
So your
Biafra
aim was
land.
to resource economical system.
Absolutely, we want you to support us in the bringing up of Biafra because we have resources that we don't even want to mention, otherwise the British will not let go. We have a lot of mineral resources in our land, untapped.
So you wouldn't be ready to compromise with the Nigerian government towards resources?
No, we want them to go. See, amalgamation started in 1914, and the caveat when Lugard, when he amalgamated us, says after 100 years, every component should go their way. 100 years expired on the 31st of December 2013. We are now living on the borrowed time. So more or less Nigeria has expired and is supposed to be dissolved. Quote it says after 100 years, and the 100 years expired 31st of December 2013. Nigeria has expired. They are living on the borrowed time. There's nothing like Nigeria as we talk. It's finished, it's over. Biafra wants to start a new life with our friends who will support us. People like you, who want Italians. You got your own experts, you come bring your textiles, come to Biafra and we welcome you.
Do you have any relationship with the militant groups in Niger?
They are with us. They are with us. Those you call militants, they are brothers. They are brothers. They are struggling for the restoration of Biafra. Asarets of Tom Polo, all of them, they are with us. They are with IPOB, and they are working with us for the restoration of Biafra. They are part of us, and they are our brothers. We have a common relationship. They are our cousins. You see, the Igbo people, Igbo speaking, the Akwa Ibom are small. They are known as Ibibio, small Igbo. The Calabar, all these people, we are all related. One blood. We are all connected. Came from one unit, and then live in different places. Just like your father might have about 5 sons. You live in Kasania. One will live in Kasangaranji. The other one will live in
Milan.
Milan. Do you understand? Yeah. They live in different places. You won't live in one place, would you? That is exactly what is happening in Biafra land. We came from one unit, but we live in different places. That's what it is.
From Ishekiri to Orobo.
From Ishekiri Orobo, he's got the map. The map is there, but I'm trying to show him a clear one. But he's got it there.
Environmental problems. The government, the Nigerian government during these last 5-10 years didn't implement the UNEP report, which was released by United Nations in Ogoniland in 2011. It is about the cleanup of the damages caused by Shell. Would you intend to implement such report? I mean, released by United Nations.
100% we will, but we may not choose unless United Nations. Let me put it this way. There is that old English adage that says, if you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. How do you put it in Italy?
He understands.
Okay. We will implement anything. If Italians help us to restore Biafra, you'll be involved in the building of Biafra. That is an agreement we will take with you, and that agreement we will sign with you. Yeah? Yes. But if you did not support us, we will not go about by their own decree. We will change it and do our own. If Italians support us, yes, we go by you, because all our waters need cleaning. Our environment needs cleaning, and we need the industrial nations to help us do this. We will have what we call bilateral relationship with you. You trade with us, but you gain more from us because we bring your investment into Biafra land.
But do you think that European countries like Italy or England are ready to deal with Biafra? I mean, nowadays they have some agreements with the Nigerian government, and they're trying to keep these agreements in order to exploit the oil sources in the south. It is possible that they might refuse to have to deal with Biafra.
No, let me put it this way. When Iraq had agreement with France, but Iraq was removed. All agreements nullified. When Libya had agreement with even Italians, Gaddafi was removed. All agreements nullified. So when we remove Nigeria, all those agreements will be nullified too, because we have the right to decide our destiny.
How do you intend to remove Nigeria from the Biafra land?
It's because of this, the way we are talking about. We are asking the world to support us. We will do it whichever possible way, militarily, otherwise.
So it might include also a violent way?
It will, if it has to go that way, because we've been trying legal way. If it includes violence, we will need Italians support us militarily. You will gain more from the restoration of Biafra than anything else. Yes, after all, the British supported Nigeria militarily to kill us. So for us to take our country back, we have to go violently too. I don't know if there's any confusion. If there's any confusion, you tell me. Because I have to explain the way it is.
It's clear.
If Italians support us, we will sign an agreement with you and we will implement the agreement. Whatever the agreement Britain has, because the agreement, remember this, if you go legally, the agreement with Nigeria after amalgamation has expired. And that is what we stood on legally. When we sign something, I said this is over. It's over.
It expired 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Therefore, they are now staying on borrowed time And in the first place, Britain did not get the consent of Biafrans before putting us together. And let me tell you this, when the amalgamation took place, the Hausas did not like it. Gowon says that there is not workable Islam and Christianity. Just put in water. This is water. Pour oil and see if it will sink. The oil will still stay on top. It will not mix. No matter what you do, it will not mix.
The simple word is that they did not propose it. Even the premier, Tafala Belewa at that time, and the Sadwana of Sokoto, they didn't accept it.
They didn't accept it.
They said it was wrong.
They said it, yes. They didn't like it. Okay, after 100 years, he has always been killing from the time of 1953, killing, 1957, killing, 1960, killing against Biafra. Why? Because whenever the Muslims want to go into rioting, they kill Biafra. Because that is their religion. Kill, shed blood. But we are into Bible. We carry Bible, we say forgive. We don't kill. Now how can you put a lion and a goat together? And it lasted for 100 years and it's still not workable. If you are married, after 10 years you're married to a woman who gives you trouble, would you divorce her? Hello, Jack.
So you're seeking international support, that is clear.
Absolutely.
Which are the countries you're expecting the most support? Do you have expectations?
Well, we've sent our petition to Russians. We sent a petition even to Italy because we have quite a lot of IPOB presence in Italy. We told the Russians are aware. We told
I know you contacted the European Union,
yes,
and you received a reply from the High Representative Mogherini.
Absolutely.
So do you have any comments on this reply?
We are still waiting. We are still waiting for their commitment because you know European Act. Under European Act 2007, every indigenous people is supposed to be self-governed. That's European Act. Africans did not draw the act. This is European. One said the same thing. Every indigenous people is supposed to be self-governed. Now, when you check, Russia used to be a big federation, but they broke in pieces. You can find about 8 nations or countries in Russia today. You have Russia, you have Azerbaijan, you have so many of them broken in pieces. You go to Czechoslovakia, they used to be together. Now you have Czechs, you have Slovakia. You go to Yugoslavia, they used to be the same. They broke into Serbia and Croatia. You go to South Sudan, they split. So why are they funny? Why is the only people I blame is Britain? Britain's interest is what is causing this trouble because they see the oil we have, but they are not considering the cost and the loss of human lives. They are not looking into that. Our people are dying because of British interest. These people have spent 100 years plus. They are not compatible. The law says after 100 years they should go. Now we are talking about going. Our leader is arrested. Why? European 2007 said we should go. UN 1951 says we should go. So what wrong have we done, Jack? What wrong? Tell me.
Looking at political matters, what is your relationship? I mean, your relationship with the Nigerian government, has it changed before and after the election of Buhari? What was your relationship with Jonathan?
Jonathan, don't forget, he's a Biafran. Jonathan did not mind what we are doing. He did not mind, but he's worried to support us. Why? Because he's afraid of the Northerners. They were threatening to kill him. Because Jonathan, they were threatening to kill him.
He's afraid of who?
He's afraid of the Northerners because most Boko Haram are in his cabinet. He even says it, that he has some people who are Boko Haram in his cabinet. So he's afraid to say, I support Biafra. He was there when we started. He didn't mind us. He didn't arrest anybody because he's a Biafra. But he doesn't know how to support us because he's a weak president. No, he's not president.
And what about other non-Islamic presidents, former non-Islamic presidents like Obasanjo?
Obasanjo supports the North more because he has our agreement. When he was a president, it was because of the support of the North. That was why Obasanjo became the president. Because he cannot become the president just by the Yoruba support alone. Because Obasanjo was one of the people who killed Biafrans. He massacred us. He was one who massacred Biafra in Port Harcourt. Obasanjo was there in 1969. He killed most of our people because he supported the Hausas to fight the Biafrans. So, he is one of the people who didn't want Jonathan to do anything for Biafrans because they didn't want us to have airport. You know, Niger has been there for a very long time. They say that they want to build a second Niger bridge because it has a little bit of defect. Up to today, they haven't done it. Obasanjo is one of the people supposed to do it, but he couldn't because the agreement they should not develop Southeast. That was the agreement from Obasanjo, Buhari, Babangida, Abacha. They should not develop Southeast. They all agreed that Southeast should not have international airport so that Biafra will not come again. But they didn't know that after 100 years, after 45 years, going to 50 years after the war, Biafra will still come. But if they have addressed the problems of Biafrans, we wouldn't be asking for our nation. If you are with your stepdad and every day, instead of giving you water, he gives you gravel. Every day you're hungry, he gives you gravel. Would you look for a way to run away? This is exactly what is happening to us. We have been with the Hausas. They are killing us. They take our oil. They share it with the British. And they pollute our land. There's no industry in our lands. There's nothing working in Biafra land. Electricity is zero. The country that has existed long, how many times? If Biafra exists on its own, give us 6 months.
I have seen the problems myself. I have been to the Niger.
Thank you. Oh, you traveled down there?
Yes, to Port Harcourt and in Yenagoa,
right.
Between real estate and Bayelsa.
Wow.
So I have seen myself.
So you're one of us.
I saw some of the problems which are happening. So that's why I was asking what would be
your expert knowledge to help us clean our waters. We will need you. All we need from you is talk to your government. We will need you to support Biafra. We are a nation. We existed before amalgamation came in. Biafras existed. The kingdom was destroyed by 1911 by the British. 1911, the kingdom was destroyed by Britain when they realized that we have resources. We existed as a kingdom. We have our currency, we have our flag, we have our system of government before Britain came to amalgamate us because the houses have no food. We want to go back to our country. That's why sometimes they talk about referendum. We don't need a referendum.
So you're not seeking a referendum?
No, because we existed before Nigeria. How can you seek a referendum from somebody you are older than? I'm older than Nigeria. Why should I seek a referendum from my son? Put it this way. If Nigeria existed before me, then if I'm existing together with Nigeria, then I seek for a referendum. But I existed before them. You came to amalgamate me from Nigeria, then you say, and the referendum, we don't trust it anyway. So that's why we don't go for referendum. We don't need it, we don't want it. What we want
said
is
it, you want Biafra and you will try to restore Biafra.
But it went on air 2012. 2012, August 2012. It went on air in August 2012, but it was online 2009. So people were accessing it via internet 2009. And when they started accessing it on the radio in 2011, that's when we went viral. Everybody else.
So we can say that the Biafra movement is taking its power also from the media and from the internet.
That is where the power came from, internet media. We are on WhatsApp, we are on Facebook, we are on all accessible
Social
media.
Yeah.
Social media, we are all in it.
Well, I don't have any other questions, but...
Second interview. The first interview took place in the Royal Festival Hall here in Waterloo, and we had this interview with an Italian magazine called
NIGRIZIA. Yeah.
I'm here. On my right is Chinedu Nmezu. Chinedu is a good staunch Biafra man. On my left is Dr. Ace of Bays. This guy is what Yoruba people call Okurimeta. He's a 3-in-1 man, and he's representing Biafra fully. He arranged this interview with our sister Adalena, who came from Midlands this afternoon, and she will also be going back. She is the one doing the photo or the video in. We had this interview because this Italian guy wants to know how ready are we as Biafrans to take over Biafra, following the marginalization from the House of Fulani Boko Haram, and of course the inception of Buhari, who took over 11 months ago now, and been doing his best to make sure he crushes all our endeavors, which of course is not possible, because they said he who is with God is with the majority. Buhari can never crush Biafrans, because we are so many in numbers. We are all over the world. If you crush those in Biafra land, have you crushed those abroad?
No.
So it's a big task for him. And of course, we've given our mandate. Biafra must be restored. All Biafrans, if you're listening to me, Biafra will be restored. Today is the 20th of April, 2016. And of course, Chinedu, I say happy birthday to you once again. And as I said, I'm here with my two brothers and my sister here, the lady who is taking the photo. And of course, you'll see her in the subsequent pictures that we're going to take. Biafran Assembly assuring all of you that we are not lying flat. We are not looking back in coming forward. Biafra must be restored. The British people are the people who are holding us. They are the people holding the rest of Nigeria. Doctor, I hasten to add his name. Recently they called him Dr. Nnamdi Kanu. It's not me that gave him that name, but I adopted it. Director Nnamdi Kanu, Doctor Ohamadike. I sanctioned that name. Very soon he'll be out. None of you should ever lose hope. Biafra will be restored because that is our destiny. Biafra is where we came from. Other countries who are amalgamated together have all dispersed. Czechoslovakia have gone their way. Yugoslavia have gone their way. Even Soviet Union had gone their way. Out of Soviet Union, you get to Russia, you have Azerbaijan, you have all the rest of other countries. Before they were put together, Biafra must go. And let me tell you once again, Biafrans, there is no need for this talking about referendum, because Biafra existed before Nmezu. You cannot turn around and ask your son to baptize you. It's impossible. So when you understand the full meaning of our referendum, you understand that we don't need it. We need a total restoration. I have told the guy who interviewed us that our first priority is UN declaration. If UN refuses, Biafra will go to war. Why? Britain took us away by force, amalgamated us. They didn't do it peacefully. A lot of our people were killed by the British people. And the House of Fulani Boko Haram are killing us up to today. It's not because we cannot kill back, but we are following things legitimately. But at some point, we will revolt, because when you keep pushing somebody, at some point they turn around and bite you. That's what we do very soon. We are not keeping quiet because we are not woods. We're human beings. We bleed just like they do. Thank you and good evening. And I wish you a safe journey back to the Midlands.
Thank you.
When you go back at Adeline.
Yeah.
I wish you just take that for her to come in so that they see who is videoing us.